Hello Sudoku friends, today is May 5, 2023. Welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku. We are going to start immediately. There's a 2 blocking over here and one more blocking over, so here's a 2. There's a 3 blocking over and a 3 blocking up, so a 3 must go here. And now we got 2 3s blocking down vertically, and therefore a 3 must go here. This 3 blocks across, this 3 blocks down, so one of these is a 3 blocking up. This is blocking down, this is blocking over, and this is blocking across, so here's a 3. We got a 5 and a 6 here and a 5 and a 6 here, so therefore these 2 squares must be a 5 and a 6. So we will have at least a 2 and a 7 in 3 of these 2 squares. Six blocks down here, so one of these is a 6. But a 7 blocks up and a 7 blocks over, so a 7 must go here. This is a 1 or an 8. We need a 1, 8, 2, and a 6 for column 2, and we do have a 2 and a 6 blocking here. That's why I can say that this is a 1 or an 8. But we need a 1, 5, 4, and an 8 for the top row, and we have a 4, 5, and an 8 blocking this square. Therefore, this must be a 1. And we got a 4 and a 5 blocking this square, therefore that must be an 8. These two now have to be 4 and 5. Therefore, one of these must be a 1. 1, 4, 6, and a 9 for these squares here. 1 and a 4 here, so this is a 6 or a 9. 7 and 8, 7 here or here, and 8 basically here, here, or here, so that's not of much value. But a 2 blocks here and a 2 blocks here and here, therefore a 2 must go here. Across here we need an 8, a 9, and a 6 now. We got a 9 and a 6 blocking here, so here's an 8. This is now a 9 and a 6. So back to the 5 and 6 here. I'm looking at these squares, but I can't really solve those yet. They have to be a 4, 9, and an 8. The only thing I can say is that this must be a 4 or an 8, but that's really not good enough, is it? But a 2, let me see. A 2 is blocked here, here, and here. Yes, a 2 must go here or here, but that's still one possibility too many. But one should try not to overlook the obvious, and the obvious is the 8 that must go here, because this square cannot be a 1. Look at the one up here, it blocks. So one of these must be a 1, therefore this cannot be a 1. Nor can it be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. So it has got to be an 8. And I think we can continue this exercise with this square, because this also cannot be a 1, but it could be a 2, not a 3 though, not a 4. not a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, so it's a 2. This is beautiful. The 2 blocks up and the 2 blocks down. This is 2 blocks over, so here is a 2. I'm wondering if we can do more with these squares. We are needing a 1, 5, and a 6, and one more, a 4. 1, 4, 5, and a 6. Let's see. This must be a 1, 4, 5. What about the 6? Well, the 6 can go here or it could go here. So we got a 5 and a 6 here, 5 and a 6 here, and so 5 and a 6 must go down here somewhere. We got a 5 already blocking, so, and a 6. So it's not really very helpful. But now we found this 2. We block across here, we block down here, we block down here. So here's a 2. Maybe that will help us with column 6, for which we still need to find a 5, 7, 1, and a 9. No, I don't think so. 9 must go here or here, but that's all I think we can say. A 1, 4, and a 6 for these squares. So maybe we can do something with the 4s over here. Let's see, a 4 blocks up, so one of these is a 4 blocking across. So a 4 must go in one of these 3 squares here. We know that these have to be 5 and 6. So a 4 is restricted to these 2 squares here. And these must be a 1 and a 6. It's all not very clear. Six and 9 here. What are these 4 squares? If they are not 6 and 9, they must be a 1, 5. Okay, so a 1 and a 5 must go in 2 of these squares here. What about the 7 and an 8? Well, the 8 blocks down here, so an 8 must go here or here. Also not helpful. But a 9. Yes, a 9. See, this 9 blocks here, this 9 blocks here, and actually this 9 blocks all these squares here as well. So one of these must be a 9. Therefore, this cannot be a 9 either. That makes this square a 9, which blocks across here. So here's another 9, which blocks down. So here's a 9 blocking up. This 9 blocks down. This 9 blocks over. So a 9 goes here. Now we're looking for a 4 and an 8 here. Didn't we say something about the 4s? 4 must go in one of these squares here, but yes, but an 8 could go there too. So it's a little premature, I think, to start plugging in stuff here. But let me look at these 3 squares. They must be an 8, 4, and a 1. So a 1 blocks over, a 1 blocks over, so here's a 1. So the possible 4 here blocks across, so the 5 must go here, and the 4 here, and the 5 here. These 2 now must be a 6 and a 4. 4 blocks up, so here's a 6 and here's a 4. 6 blocks down, so here's a 9 and here's a 6. How about that? And here comes a 7. One 5 and a 7 here now. So 5 goes here or here. 1 and a 7. No, can't say anything. Let me try these again, a 5 and a 6. Therefore, a 4, 7, and an 8 for these squares here. But we do now have a 4 blocking down and 1 up. So here's a 4, and that makes this square a 6. And we know that a 5 had to go in one of these 3 squares as well. And there's a 5 blocking down here. So here's a 5. And that should make things a little easier for me. This is now a 1 and a 6. And the 6, of course, blocks here. So here's a 1 and here's a 6. This 6 forces a 5 to go here and the 6 here, because we do remember the 5-6 pair that we had here from the outset. This must be a 1 blocking over. This 1 blocks down, so another 1 goes here. 5 and 7 here now. 5 blocks here, so here's a 7, here's a 5. And we're looking at an 8 and 1 more, and a 7 for these squares. Also an 8 and a 7 for these. 7 blocks down, so here's an 8, here's a 7, and here is also a 7. A 4 and an 8 now for these. And here we are looking for a 3 and a 7. The 7 blocks over, so here's a 3, here's a 7. Blocking over, blocking down, so a 7 must go here. And these 2 4s block here, so here's another 4. Now we know that this is a 4 finally, and this must be the 8. And the 8 blocks down. This 8 blocks over, so here is also an 8 blocking up. This 8 blocks up, so an 8 goes here. These 2 must be a 1 and a 4. The 4 blocks up, of course, so the 1 goes here and the 4 here. And that makes this square a 1, and a 9 goes here now. Here we need a 1. Here we need a 3. Here we need a 9 and a 8. 8 blocks down, so here's a 9 and here's the 8. And that was today's New York Times Hard Sudoku. I hope that you enjoyed it. I did. It was quite neat today. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.